Welcome back to Taiwan Talk on ICRT FM 100. I'm this week's host, Ryan Drillsma. And on this week's episode, and as Taiwan Pride 2021 approaches, I speak to Olivia Wu about her work within the LGBT community and alternative health services. Olivia currently co-runs an organisation called the Light Programme, which offers traditional divination services and knife massages and organises community building events. Olivia has also helped organise this year's Asia Rainbow Ride, which will see cyclists bike to raise money for LGBT charities. So I'm here today with Olivia at the Lighthouse. Welcome to the show, Olivia.
Hello, great to meet everyone.
So could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your own story to start us off?
Sure. So I'm a Taiwanese American and I moved here to Taiwan about 13 years ago. I really enjoy the land, the people, and the food here. So I've been here ever since. I came to Taiwan originally to learn Mandarin, and then I got into learning the I-Ching and other practices such as meditation and art therapy.
Okay, so as I just mentioned, I'm here with Olivia now at her store, The Light Programme. But before we get into that, from what I've read on the internet, I believe you were involved in the running of an iconic store in Taipei's LGBTQ plus history, the Love Boat. Could you go into detail about that a little bit first?
Sure. So when I came to Taiwan, I thought, this is such an amazing, quaint little shop. So I kind of wanted the world to see it. So I had a conversation with the owner, see what we could do together. And I started building the international website and trying to offer our binders to the world. So I was doing that for, I think it was almost a decade.
Okay. Could you just explain to those who might not know what the Love Boat is?
So it's a lesbian shop. So it's a lesbian shop located in Gongguan, and it's just an LGBT friendly place where people can feel safe there.
Okay, great. So how did your experience there translate into you establishing the Light Programme here?
So while I was working there, obviously people, we chat, and then people have questions about their love, work, relationship, coming out, parents. And I just thought, I think all of these issues require like a nice safe space for particular groups of individuals to be kind of feel supported. So this is what I do here at the Light Programme. It's not like an LGBT shop, but I do see the specific need for LGBTQ community as well as allies and for their voices to be heard.
Okay, I noticed on your website the mission statement, if you'd like, of the Light Programme is finding peace in times of turmoil. Could you explain this?
Sure. So I think, starting from 2019, after same-sex marriage passed, and obviously it was a great moment. But in 2020, we were hit with COVID, and that was really hard on everyone. And, it's just we are always searching, finding outwards, and we rarely seek inwards. And I feel finding peace in times of turmoil means that we are trying to find ourselves, our inner peace, and when we have that sense of peace, then we could carry about our lives in that manner. And, this is what peace and having a community of compassionate individuals is about.
Okay, so would you say that's what the objective of the Light Programme is, to help people find inner peace?
I think so. I think when one person can really know and feel and be in entirety of who they are, this is a joyful moment.
Okay, so how does that translate into what you do here? Because you offer a wide variety of services. So could you please explain what some of those are?
Sure. So I like to start with, we have the I-Ching consultation. With the I-Ching consultation, we could go into different topics. For example, coming out to parents, purchasing a house, seeking a career path that's suitable, or, love life. So all of these things are really coherent to what individual faces. And once we could just kind of untangle the knots that are happening in their lives, then we can move on into healing. For example, why do I feel a certain way for such a long time, and how do I surpass that? And this is where our therapy, and we have like the light healing and knife massage. So these are the things to go about to supporting their motion forward in life.
So it starts with the I-Ching. Now, I'm sure our Taiwanese listeners will know what that is, but for our non-Taiwanese listeners, could you explain what that is?
I think it's simply said it's kind of like the Eastern form of tarot reading. Yeah. However, back then, about thousands of years ago, emperors would have consultants who would learn the I-Ching to help, manage their states and to, plan strategically how they should grow their empire to support and help the people.
Okay, another service you mentioned you offer is art therapy. Could you tell us about this?
Sure. So one thing that we do is art therapy through the form of Zen Tango and pastel art. And this is really healing. The Zen Tango is very meditative. It's just it's just ink and paper. And this really helps people who are finding difficulty in their meditation to just, calm down. And the pastel art, I feel it's more connected to our heart chakra, where we are just painting and drawing on with our fingers. And this is, that touch, that sensory support and experience. It becomes really healing to our heart and how we open up.
Okay, and then of course there's the knife massage. Can you explain what that involves?
I think that's like the most famous one, like without doubt. People see it, people feel, wow, this is so interesting. How do you do that? And how I normally like to say it's, we all hear about acupuncture. So acupuncture and knife, they're like sister healing modalities. So back then, monks, they would actually use stones with mineral properties, just as how we would use crystal for certain healing or energy support. But now we use knives because they have such a fine point, and the knives are dull, so everyone is safe going under the knife. But because the knife has such a fine point, we could actually tap into the meridians, and then that's going to help with how you feel and your energy flow.
So the meridians are, sorry.
So meridians consist of pressure points. And so pressure points, we imagine them as dots. Meridians, they are lines, and multiple meridians, they make up the whole plane, which is our entire body.
Okay. So this is all kind of connected to spirituality. Would you say that your clients need to be connected to their spiritual side to enjoy the services that you offer here?
Not at all. You don't even need to believe in energy. I feel for the knife massage, people come in because they feel stressed. They feel burned out. Just coming in, you don't need to learn or know about anything. Just come in, relax. That's it. For those who are seeking spirituality, that's perfect. We discuss about, how do you find yourself? How do you seek out of a current situation that you're in right now? So I feel like it's really open to just everyone.
Okay. How did you personally become involved in I-Ching reading and knife massages? I mean, as you mentioned, your family is Taiwanese American, so did this come from within your family, or is it something that you sought out because you had an interest in it?
Well, not at all. So my family is not religious. And I think that's the way that I grew up. I grew up going to like Christian camps, Buddha camps, like all kinds of camps where we just have fun, meet more people who are kind and friendly. And I think I was in a point in my life where I felt stuck. So that's why I started searching into things like religion, spirituality, or, just higher education, pretty much everything that, nowadays we seek as well. And I feel certain things work for certain aspects. And I feel, the I-Ching really cling on, and it touches me, and I feel I can also use this method to help other people. So that's why I just, dive deeper into it. And while I was working through that, obviously we are feeling so much burnout, so much fatigue, and I wanted to learn something else to support our physical wellness. So that's why I learned the knife massage as well.
Okay, one of the other things that you do here is community building activities. Could you explain what these are?
Sure. So I would separate that into two parts. So one part is a circular economy. So I do have community partners where, for example, I have a kombucha served here. People can come and collect, and we use recycled bottles. So people, they could purchase a kombucha, they take it home, they enjoy it, they could bring back the bottle, and then we could have a circular economy. So this is one example here. And I also branch outwards to just kind of connect with other communities in terms of whether it be healing work or how do we make less impact on Earth through kind of just having this minimal plastic usage. Another part is the LGBT community. So here is kind of like a meeting point for our Asia Rainbow Ride. So monthly we have the social ride. We come in, we ride in from Danshui or Xindian, and then we come into Ximen to celebrate. And this is where things gets fun. It kind of feels like the center point for a lot of these things.
Okay, that's the next thing I wanted to discuss, because obviously this event is coming up soon, the Asia Rainbow Ride. Could you explain what that is to our listeners?
Sure. So we are just kind of like a charity bike ride. We're like Pride on Wheels. And it's fun. This is going to be a 3-day, 2 nights event where we will be riding we will start from here, and we will start riding from Yilan, and then move north to Fulong, and then to Jingshan, and then we're going to come back into the Ximen Red House area. And then we do this to benefit the Taiwan NGO, so the funds goes to benefiting Taiwan AIDS Foundation, Taiwan Equality Campaign, and also the Taiwan Tongzhi Hotline.
Okay, and how long is the bike ride in total?
So it's 3-day, 2-night. It's going to be about 210 kilometers.
Wow. Do people need to train before they take part in it?
Yeah, that's what I hope for. I hope people are training. But we do have e-bikes and support van in case, you are just like, I can't do this. It's fine. You are fully supported. I actually had to go on the support van last year, so no shame there. No shame with e-biking. No shame with support vans.
Oh, dear. Okay. How long has the Rainbow Ride been running for?
So we started this last year. Our inaugural year was last year, and this is our second year.
Okay, that's great. And I believe there's going to be a sort of after-party celebration at Red House. I didn't mention this before, but your store is at Red House in Ximending in Taipei. Could you tell us about the after-party?
Great. So the Red House is super well known as the LGBT epicenter of Taiwan. And this is where we will come in, we will ride in, and we will have Indian food, we will have a drag show, we will have guest speakers to come in at Mudan to celebrate and just have a blast.
How many people are taking part in the Asia Rainbow Ride this year?
So far right now we have 71 riders.
Okay. And can people still sign up to take part?
Unfortunately, we have a wait list now, so please join our newsletter and let us know that you want to join us next year. We are really hoping for over 100. Due to COVID, we really had to lower the number of participants, but we are hoping to grow this in the future years.
Yeah, speaking of COVID, obviously Pride is going online this year. Has this affected your organization any way, or you personally? For me, it's just kind of it's a bummer not to be able to see that celebration. But due to safety reasons, it's totally understandable. In addition to Pride Parade, there is also the film festival that's still going on. It's going to be partially virtual, partially in theaters. So we still have some, in-person events during the Pride Month, and we do have some virtual events as well. So people still get to celebrate. Okay, that's great. Now, you mentioned if people want to find out more information, they can join your newsletter. Do you have a website or social media people can look up the Light program or Asia Rainbow Ride if they want more information?
Sure. So for those who are looking into the light program Red House, pretty much just go to our website. It's www.lightprogramredhouse.com. And for the Asia Rainbow Ride, it's going to be asiarainbowride.com.
Okay, thank you, Olivia, again for joining us today, and we wish you all the best with the Asia Ride and with the light program.
Well, thank you so much, and thanks for coming in. I really enjoy our conversation.
That was Olivia Wu, co-owner of the Light Program and organizer of the Asia Rainbow Ride charity cycling event. Don't forget to join us next week, where we'll speak to a brand new guest. Hi, I'm Ryan Drilsma.
And I'm Trevor Tortomasi.
And we're the co-hosts of Taiwan Talk.
You can catch our show on ICRT every Monday during the 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. newscasts.
Or you can catch us on Apple Podcasts, SoundOn, or wherever you might usually find podcasts.
New episodes are uploaded every Monday night.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back next week with a new guest.